Hi there. Long time no see, eh? You might wonder what took me so long. Let's just say school depression. So what are we talking about today? Well, do you remember mini dolls? I mean, you probably do since they still make them to this day. But action-themed mini dolls with guns and other types of weapons. Back in like 2060, there was a period when mini dolls were given weapons, as I said before. And the theme that they started off was the little theme called, you can probably see right in here, Lego Elves. Like what was Lego Elves? It was basically just Ninjago. But instead of knights or who else, it was about one girl and elves. As the story started with the girl getting isekai into the world of elves, and all the elves had magical elemental powers and they're color coded to have this kind of elemental powers. So like Ninjago, Barnacle. However, what's unique about this thing, it lasted for 4 years instead of 3. Or the single original Lego theme only has either 1 or 3 years. There's never been 4, because Lego only always gives every single original theme only like 1 or 3 years. Kind of interesting. Elves also has a bit of a weird history. They started as a girl getting isekai to the world of elves, only the later 3 years started with action, having guns and weapons, enemies and villains. And yeah, this set, however, is from the last year, from the 2018, as the theme lasted from 2015 to 2018. Why am I talking about this set mainly 2018? Well, let's just say I think this is one of the more interesting sets in my opinion. I'm gonna get into it later since this is a Lego review, so of course we have to start with the most important part of all of the reviews. We're starting talking about the minifigures first, well here being mini dolls. So this first character, her name is Lumia. All I know about her is that she can transform into certain animals, like a bird and a wolf. Is it just me, or is that kind of similar to another character that became very popular in the Lego theme? This ponytail, even though it's unique to this theme, it's not exactly a unique mode since other characters also use it, at least one of them. With also similar ideas, like for example the back here we have this like little gradient gold pattern, which is another something that's not even original to this character other than the colors, but it just has like a very nice style to it. It's kind of hard to explain. This white, gold, silver, dark blue. It works a bit better than just strap wearing clothes that clearly tell you who you're transforming into. Like, this lady has a very fox-shaped mask, a very fox-shaped face, and her cape is shaped like 9 tails of a fox. I wonder if she transformed into a fox. Alright. Actually, one of the things about also mini dolls is that they also don't have yellow skin on them like every single Lego minifigure has. So it gives it a bit of extra identity given to some of the characters. Like for example, Lumia has a darker skin color, which normally it's not like something that you should be focusing on all about, but compared to like all the color scheme on the entire body, you know, the white, the gold, the dark blue, it kind of mixes so well together, and I kind of find it a bit attractive. However, the problem with the mini dolls is that they lack posability, so I can't exactly find a cool pose or anything like that. All I can do is just, and I can also move her hand around. That's it. You can't have any actual posability that like a minifigure has that people love to this day. It just has a very basic amount of posability, which that's the problem with most of the non-Lego minifigure shaped Lego figures. They always just has like a ton of lack of possibility. Like you just can't do barely anything about them except just have them just stand or move the hand like in like some kind of I don't know controversial pose like some people would love to do that for the funsies. I'm trying to explain what I'm trying to say in a more entertaining way as possible. So please subscribe. Oh yeah, also this weapon. This weapon is unique to this era of Lego Elves in 2018. As like this piece also came with all the colors. Translate will be for her to represent her magical powers being translate. Look my hair. But then also there's a trans blue and trans red one. Trans blue to represent the lady that can use water powers, and trans red to represent the lady that has fire powers. Very similar to Ninjago too, but this piece also caused can you believe it? Trans neon green. Even though nowadays trans neon colors are pretty much removed from the line of Lego colors, this thing had one in trans neon green, which is quite an interesting design choice to use really. But more to that later. The character itself is like interesting. I like the color scheme. There's no back printing study because mini dolls kind of had a problem with making back prints for some reason. Like only lately we started getting actual back prints on the characters. But overall, I'd say very neat minifigure. I probably wouldn't put her in like some kind of storage for a special storage for a minifigures or leave it in a jar. But I like the design. It's definitely has some cool design choices around it. Yeah. Alright, next minifigure, Ira. Since her name is Ira, you can probably tell what I'm going with. She is a wind elf, and you can tell also because she's color coded like her elemental, just like Ninjago. This is like her combat uniform that she gets in a 2018 line of sets, and also she's close to this one set. So yeah, The design of this one, I'd say you can already see that her hairpiece is exactly the same as Lumia's, except instead of having white and gold detail, this one has lavender and white detail. Overall design of this one, I'd say, is kind of interesting. I don't exactly have much to really say, because I don't know. I kind of prefer Lumia's design more over this one. Like, this one has kind of cool design, to be fair, with the vest and such, but kind of annoying thing about Lego Elves is that it's like no one really with like fully covered arms, which is a bit of an odd choice for some of the characters, especially in this last year when all get like a combat uniform. I mean, I can print on these arms. I mean, look at that. She even has a bit of wind elemental tattoo, which is given to pretty much every single elf except like Lumia, and I think also a couple villains. Probably has something to do with the budget or something. But for some reason, this one also gets a back printing on this one, which isn't really much of a back print for some reason, as like there's like belt on the front and there's nothing on the back. There's like gold detailing that represents like her wind power. The only thing really is on the back is just that dark purple that represents the vest. I guess we're trying to do like a printed back, but because it's a mini doll and not a mini figure, it's a bit more difficult until like recently when I finally figured out to do it correctly. Kind of lame though, because I mean, it would be cool if she had like an actual detail on the back. Overall, I'd say not a bad design. Kind of wish though that they use a different piece to represent her wind power, because like even though I already mentioned that they made a vine piece in like trans blue and transparent representing all the elves' elemental powers, they didn't do that for 2 of the 4 elf characters. Like this one doesn't have that, and the only boy in the team. Both of them only get this piece, which, fun fact, was the original representation of the elemental powers, which were given to every single elf character in this franchise. Now, let's talk about the most disgusting, the most vile, the most evil creature that's part of the evil lady's army in this last year of Lego Elves. A bat, truly terrifying, with his transparent purple wings and ears and this very smuggish face. Something that's kind of common with these Lego Elves creatures. Gremlin little Pokemon inspired knockoff that have like this extra dual molding about them, when the second mold is some kind of transparent color. Then they also did like baby dragons in kind of similar design. And design on the bat, well, I hate the face, but the rest is fine. There are also some other bats in my opinion that look much better, because they do not have this too human of a face, you know. But that's something that's kind of problem with the girl toys in general. They always give animals very human face, to the point where it just feels a bit too uncanny. But I'm not a girl toy designer. Batfella also comes with this funny little vehicle. This set comes with interestingly trans neon green wings, which are exclusive to this line of sets as well. Kinda wish they did that more on this. Normally Lego use the green to represent either toxic or ghost. So yeah. Also, I'm talking about guns. Yeah, there's a gun. And just like all this type of stud shooters, this piece is now gone. Thank you, Lego, for making the worst gun design possible and still use it to this day. I miss the original rocket launchers, like they were freaking awesome. But the board itself as a design is kind of cool. Also gets a little grip ring for like one thing that I'm gonna bring in a little bit later. But overall, this nice balloon is kind of cool. Also uses dark turquoise color, which I think was still a very new color. So hey, you get a nice color scheme for a villain of dark blue, translucent green, and dark turquoise together. Like, my goodness. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now. And now let's talk about one of the most important parts about this franchise, dragons. I don't know much about them other than just being elemental, because you can't exactly have an actual Lego theme without some kind of power of elementals, you know, because Ninjago did it, so of course you're gonna have to do it again with another theme instead of being completely original. The design of this dragon though, I kinda like more than the ones from the original Lego Elves line of dragons. I like the more dragon-like vibrant wings and such, which also here are done in this trans-purple electricity beam thing, which is a very interesting choice, but I'd say I still like it. There's a ton of trans-purple around this whole thing, because it's supposed to be some kind of guardian of the elemental power, just like Ninjago. This is also, I guess, still the elemental dragon, but it's a bit different elemental dragon because it has chrome stickers. And he also has this gem, which is also the main MacGuffin of this Lego theme. Just like Ninja. So the villain goal is just connecting all of them, which you can like take it off because it's connected to the board and attach it right here. It doesn't exactly work, but according on the back of the box, it shows you that that's what you're supposed to do. What else about this dragon? Well, mouth can open, which also reveals this stud right here. So if you have like a clip with some kind of energy effect, like for example one of these, and then attach it here, then it could look like he's shooting power out of his mouth, you know. Color scheme is kind of cool, very similar to Ira, because you know when the elemental powers here, there's the seat. It uses this symbol that's supposed to represent all elemental powers. Lavender is for air, red is for fire, of course. Azure is for water, lime green is to represent earth. Kind of funny because Lloyd also is all green. But why is it there? Well, because it acts as a saddle. You know, connect mini dolls right on this some kind of panel, and yeah, they're supposed to just sit there. There's not like no actual handle for them to control. Oh my goodness, the entire thing just broke apart. They're supposed to like just sit them right there, and that's it. There's nothing to really control it. But yeah, it's interesting. The only one is supposed to have Lumia like that. She's supposed to be standing because this is a tiny little dragon. And of course, thanks to these mini dolls having been very wonky, it's kind of difficult to have them pose with actual hair on them. It just keeps falling off. Can you believe it? The hair just keeps falling off, and they are just, and it looks very high quality. I still like this. The house is flying. Because this white plate was to represent clouds, and also you can see on the box art, which to be honest is one of the reasons why I wanted to get this set. Like, yeah, for the dragon and for Lumia, but also the set itself just looks really nice. One of the things I personally really like about LEGO Elves that isn't just dragons is how nicely detailed these houses are. Like, yeah, they don't necessarily are in full houses. They always kind of have like that same kind of stage plate design with this triangular build thing right here, which either has either gem or a plate that represents elemental tribe. You know, like a circle with a symbol. You know, in this world, all the trees have purple leaves to give them a bit of an enchanted magical look, which I'd say looks really cool. And so I got extra detail right here, like these angled crystals to represent a magical feel to it. Then there's some extra detail right here with the rocks, and also this one little sign that also uses chrome stickers, because this entire sticker sheet for the set was from sheet. I'd say it works really well because they have this extra detail, like here for example with this doors, I don't even know what it's called. Then the sign right here for like I guess musical lessons or something, because it's like house of a teacher that teaches music and such. So I like to pretend that Lumia lives here with this bird. I can't exactly take it off with the stand, so I'm just gonna. This is like the bird that lives in this house. And his name is, hold on, Sebastian. It is clearly not his house. This is definitely house that he and Lumia lives in, because Sebastian sounds like the most side character ever, like Alfred or Gizmo or whatever. Then also have this really interesting design for the instrument, using a plate connected to that 1x1 plate with a clip, which is something that became very more common in the later sets, which people talk about those sets as like the ones that started it, but Elves did that as well, and no one talks about the Elves one. Then throw on the back, we also have the extra like this instrument here, which of course you can even show me those using it because they lack hand possibility, so they just gotta be like. And also there's a piano, then also here's some extra music notes. Then on here we have a bed, which I say will be from Lumia, because pretty sure birds don't exactly sleep in these kind of beds, they sleep on sticks. And then you have this goblin right here that's got a diploma, which for some reason brick link. This is called a dragon. Bitch, that's the dragon in LEGO Elves. What? But there's also an extra secret. You see this right here? Fiora is hiding something. Oh yeah, also by the way, this thing can also fly, just move around. You know, to emphasize that this is a flying house, so you have this rock kind of extra detail. There's a little secret right here that Fiora is probably hiding something. And what is in here? Some kind of secret stash. It's instructions to build a weapon. That's right, Elves has magical weapons. This thing right here, which here you have pieces for the mystical weapon, and I kind of love it. So something about iconic about Lego is like how you build stuff. Here you have a weapon, but they don't like tell you right away to build it, but you have to like find elemental weapon and then have to like build it. Oh, to create a bow. It is purple. It is for Lumia.
It is highlighted. What? How did you mess?
Yeah, design together. It looks pretty neat. I kinda wish though there was some way to like pose it. Like you can kinda just turn it around because this ball connection is a separate piece, but she's still doing the default. Now I also kinda want to talk about packaging as well. Instructions I get two for some reason. I'm not gonna say much about them since there's nothing special about them. Like you get like the same stuff as all. Usually at the end they have some kind of advertisement for the sets and such. And I have this box. I have this weird angled front here, which I have no idea what's for. I guess to hold the sets better. The box art's kind of nice. I really like this drawing right here, showing some of the girl characters and the villain in this very nicely detailed style. Like, I think this looks really cool. Although I kind of wish some stuff were a bit different, like for example the sword look a bit more like how it looks in the actual Lego set, instead of just looking like a generic energy thingy that's kind of shaped like a sword. Also there's Lion, like why did they draw him like this? Then on the back we have all this details showing all the things you can do with the set, this revealing the secret stash of the Sebastian character. You have this dragon being fed cherries because it's a girl toy, so of course all the good guys are vegetarians, all the bad guys are eating meat. So I guess I'm the bad guy in this world because I love eating meat. There's a magical bow here, there's a little rock that can move around, and also this drawing right here, which did kind of have more of this style. And then also there's this little flicker trying to get the gem. Fun fact, if you get any of the other animal sets, the drawing is actually slightly different, but this time showing that the dragon, the animal that you have, is the one that she asks for. Yeah. So here's the entire set. Overall, I'd say it's pretty cool. I like the amount of detail that's put into it, even though it's a little bit of a small set. And the figures are also kind of neat, although I wish they had some kind of extra back printing and also different expressions and stuff, just the different smile. The bat is weird, the color scheme overall is pretty good. So I'd say, is it worth getting this set? Probably yeah. Elves are really cheap to get, to be fair, since again it's a mini doll line, so no one really cares about it. It's probably why the film kind of flopped, and people just really didn't care about it since they could just get either like a license or a Disney princess or Ninjago if they want any magical action really, which is pretty sad because let's be honest, Ninjago is just freaking mid. So I'd say I like Elves because it's different than Ninjago, and I would just get anything that is in Ninjago, like except for but yeah, Elves, I'd say pretty good, worth getting. I'd say yeah, go ahead. Although I definitely recommend some modifications on making these houses feel more complete instead of just being shallow little things that don't really have anything on the inside. But hey, you can also just use your imagination to imagine something that's inside there. So yeah. Bye!
Hello.
Quack,
Aw.
quack,
Aw.
quack,
Aw.
quack.